right, everybody, party's over.
I expected you earlier, Pop.
And I expected to spend some time at the Pornorama later, but I guess shit happens, Blues.
Your tone seems to suggest I had something to do with that unfortunate conflagration. Might I remind you that you and I have an arrangement?
Yeah, an arrangement that says that we don't mess with each other, or our people, or our things.
That's right. I gave my word.
Which became meaningless the moment your friends attacked my friends in an alley. I guess your word only counts when it's the more profitable play. The second you get a whiff of something bigger,
Then, calm yourself. My girls were hunting an entirely different game. I had no idea your friends would be there.
So what? I'm a victim of circumstance?
Oh, Pops, that's a tickler. Thinking of you as a victim just makes me all giddy.
Is that why you torched the Pornorama? To amuse yourself? God damn it, I loved that place. Everybody did. That's the answer right there, isn't it? It became too profitable, and you just couldn't stand that.
Honey, after all the years that you and I have spent playing this game, you should know by now that I never destroy things. Only people.
So you really don't know anything?
Now, I didn't say that. Why don't you sit yourself down and I'll tell you what I know.
You can start with the alley.
This is just between you and I, right?
You have my word.
Well, about 2 weeks ago, one of my girls saw someone making a delivery in that alley. So I sent her back to stake it out. When the same thing happened a week later, I just had to know what was in those little parcels.
So you set a trap.
Precisely. The girls watched every night, and then on the 10th night...
Delivery time?
But this time...
It was a new guy.
With a very effective protector. What do the girls call him? A roided up vigilante.
Did he have a cape?
Anyway, when they told me about how easily that he took them out of the way, I had a revelation that made the hairs on my neck stand straight up. And I have learned to listen to those little hairs.
So what did your neckbeard have to say?
That I was about to make a lot of money. You see, I'd already been told to keep an eye out for somebody exhibiting those exact characteristics.
Who's in the market for a roided-up vigilante?
Never you mind who, that's my business. Anyway, when the delivery boy and his super friend showed up again, I knew he was just the freak I was looking for.
Hell, Blues. If all you were looking for was a freak, you should just come down to the Pornorama. Oh, that's right.
Imagine my surprise when the girls came back with a report of seeing you. I could have kicked myself for not making the connection sooner. I knew he had to be one of your friends from that semi-secret lair, and now I know which one.
But we have an arrangement.
Yes, we have an arrangement.
You know what this reminds me of?
Thanksgiving in the old days.
It just got worse and worse.
Well, when you find out that your great-granddaddy is a centuries-old undead monster, it's a little difficult to play happy families.
We were never a happy family.
You weren't around enough to know what we were, Pops.
Haven't I always looked out for you?
No. When I was little and needed you, you were nowhere to be found. You didn't start coming around again until I had everything under control, until I was the only one you had left.
Well, I've got to hand it to you, Baby Blues. You definitely have everything under control.
I'm glad to see we finally agree on something. Except.
So, What do we do now?
The only thing we can do. Think and drink.
Don't worry about it, Gil. Get the broom.
Just sweep it away like it never existed. Lucky. 30 years bad luck.
I think that's only for mirrors.
What? Oh, I was thinking about something else.
Can I help you with something?
Sorry, aren't you a little young to be drinking?
I'm 1,200 years old. Go fuck yourself.
No tip again. Thanks for that.
Fairies are very sensitive about their age.
It didn't occur to me she was an actual fairy.
At this point, everything should occur to you.
Speaking of which, what's with...
Pretend not to listen. It helps.
Everything's fine, Gil.
That's easy for you to say. I'm the one with the broom.
Gil's been with us a few weeks now, since he moved here from Innsmouth. He's a merman.
Merman?
I prefer deep one.
Fair enough. Just didn't know you worked here.
It's only every Tuesday. That's when Thomas has things to do. Must be nice having things to do.
What?
Are you aware, Sasquatch?
Sasquatch. Just Sasquatch. Thanks.
I got that.
Sure.
So if you're not aware, Sasquatch, you must be a here Sasquatch.
Listen, Normal. I'm gonna tell you this once. It's hereditary. A recessive gene. Most of the time I look like this, and then I change.
With the moon?
No.
No.
My transformations are not conditional. They're therapeutic.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what that means.
It means I change with my mood, not the moon.
Okay, sorry, I'm still new at this and not trying to offend you or anybody.
Maybe you should talk less.
Why does everyone keep telling me that? Look, I just wanted to say thank you for helping out.
Oh, that was my pleasure, really. I really needed the run.
I hope they didn't hurt you too much.
Oh, this? After I caught up with them, I threw them in a dumpster. I must have tweaked my wrist spinning the dumpster over my head. And then I rolled it down a hill.
So I don't suppose you'd consider helping me out again?
Another delivery. You really must be pulling in the green.
Not a delivery, actually. It's kind of embarrassing.
Shocker.
Look, I've been wearing the same clothes for a whole week now. Just need to go home, shower, grab a few things.
You need a guide dog because Thomas hasn't given you the green light.
Something like that.
Look, kid, I'd love to help, but I'm still picking leather out of my teeth from yesterday.
Well, can't go alone.
Still not listening.
I don't suppose you're free?
I'd love to go, but we're pretty swamped today, and I'll go.
Thank you for saving me, not as a monster, not as a martyr.
Thanks for the lift. This'll only take a minute.
No worries. I'm coming too.
That's not necessary. I won't be long.
Like I'd miss this.
Well, No, come on! Wait. Sorry. It's just my parents. There's something you should know before we go in there.
Yes?
They're kinda weird.
Oh. Is that all?
Oh no, they're really weird.
Everyone thinks their parents are weird.
Really? How weird are yours?
Mine are dead.
Huh. Well, that's pretty weird.
Bryan, you've seen some of the people in my life? I think I can handle your parents.
It's not that. It's just I've never brought a girlfriend home before that they liked.
Girlfriend.
No. I other girlfriends. I bring home other girls all the time. Really hot girls. Not that you're not hot. You're just yeah. Yep. So, look, just don't be surprised if they don't warm up to you. That's all I'm saying. They hate everything, so just try not to talk about anything.
Can't just sit there in silence.
Why not?
Just give me a list of topics I should avoid, things your parents might get weird about.
Okay. Politics and religion, obviously. The government, shadowboxing, spring peas, snow peas, every third and fifth book of the Bible. Especially not 15 and 30, that's like a double whammy. You don't want to hit that territory. Dana Carvey's career, the appropriate ripeness of a banana before you should eat it, and I think that about covers it, so let's go.
Sounds like fun. Let's do this.
Gail, what's a four-letter word that's a description of a woman that ends in U-N-T?
Aunt.
Hey, Dad. Hey, this is Diana.
Oh. Have you taken up kidnapping?
Told me to get a job.
One that pays well. That I did.
Who is it, Bird?
Bryan's home, and he's brought a hostage.
Mom? Diana, Mom.
I am so happy to meet you.
Thanks. You have a lovely home.
That'll do, Gail. It's bad form to damage the goods before the family's paid up. We're glad you found your way home, son. We were worried somebody had stolen your phone and started texting us one-word responses on your behalf.
That makes no sense.
So what have you kids been up to?
I actually can't talk now, Dad. I need to get a shower and grab a few things and,
Go back to my place.
Really?
Where do you think he's been all week? Hanging out in bars and back alleys?
This way, Diana.
Hold on there, Turbo. You know the rules. No girls in your bedroom.
Seriously, Dad, I'm 22.
Rules are rules. Can't be too careful. How do you think we ended up with you?
Kidnapping?
I like you. I like her. Go on, take your shower. We'll stay here and get acquainted.
Don't worry. I'll be fine here with Vern.
Vern.
No girls in the bedroom? Huh?
Rules are rules. I'm just glad I finally get to enforce it.
Turbo?
I told you they were weird.
Yeah, that's what they are.
No, what they were doing in there, that was just them putting on a show. They actually...
Seem very nice.
Yeah, that's what they said about Charles Manson.
No. They really didn't. Back to odds?
I thought you said we were going back to your place.
Only in the event of an emergency. We just met.
Well, how about a late lunch then?
Before I answer, exactly what kind of lunch did you have in mind?
I don't know, Mexican, Chinese?
You know what I mean. Is it a we're both hungry, so we might as well eat at the same time kind of lunch? Or a maybe if I can prove I know how to use cutlery, she'll consider showing me her boobs kind?
Whichever one makes you say yes.
In that case, I'd love to have lunch with you.
Sweet. Oh, wait a second. Which one were you saying yes to?
Get in the car, Turbo.
Thank you for seeing me, not as a monster, not as a martyr, just as a human.
It smells awful.
But it doesn't even have a smell.
Not at all.
Trust me, it has a smell, and it's awful.
You only say that because your nose can smell frequencies that ours can't detect.
Smelling frequencies? That's not even a thing.
Oh, it's a thing.
That's not a thing, Sugar.
It's like a dog whistle.
My nose isn't a dog whistle.
He's saying the dog whistle is my herbal sap.
Herbal goop, more like it. And it smells awful.
Trust me. When I get this goop on your wrist, it's going to feel a lot better. It's my best goop.
Where's my sister?
Oh, yeah. She's out painting the town with Bryan.
Down, boy. But yeah, not a big fan of that scenario.
Oh, you worry too much. He's a good kid.
That's what they said about Charles Manson.
No, it really isn't. Hey, Gil. Sorry Diana left you on your own.
No worries. Everyone else has.
Is that my lunch?
I asked him if he wanted anything to eat, and he ordered fish. Typical.
I just like fish. Don't take it so personal.
I wouldn't dare. That smells awful.
Ah!
This is ridiculous.
Well, that's one word for it.
It can't be that difficult to have a conversation. We're both intelligent and interesting people, right?
Right, but we just we don't know each other yet.
Okay, well, we just need to fix that.
Absolutely. Open to suggestions.
20 questions.
Seriously?
You can't say you're open to suggestions and be like, seriously?
Fine, I'm in.
Okay, you start. You ask a deep personal question, then you answer, then I'll give my answer, I'll pose the next question, so on.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Oh. It's very deep. It's your question. So, what's your favorite movie?
Clue.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, everyone in it is great, and none of them made it big until after that movie, so it reminds me that artists can have humble beginnings.
Yeah, I can see that.
So what's yours?
Fight Club.
No way.
Yeah, I love the way it messes with my head. I don't know how many times I've seen it, and I still don't know what's real and what's just going on in Edward Norton's beautiful little head.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing.
Invigorating? I think that's the word you're looking for.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay. What's your favorite book?
Because books are so much deeper than movies.
Well, how else am I supposed to know if you can read?
Fair enough. What's yours?
Fight Club. No, actually, it's Love in the Time of Cholera.
That's a good one.
You've read it?
No.
Oh, good. What's your favorite book?
I feel like now I have to come up with something better, because that was really good.
No, just say what you were gonna say.
It's embarrassing.
Say it.
Okay, but you have to remember that I was at the perfect time in my life to really get this book, okay?
Okay. So?
Are you there? Got it to me, Margaret. Hey, junior high was a really hard time, okay?
No, I'm sorry. It's a good book.
Not as good as yours.
It's fine. I must increase my buzz.
Can I change it to something like The Stand?
To Stephen King, that really is a good book.
Movie's not bad either.
Never saw it.
I think I've got it. You could bring it over, we could watch it together sometime.
Nothing says romance like a good old-fashioned plague movie.
Hey, laugh all you want, but studies have shown that horror movies get guys more play than any other genre. Not a lot of people know that, especially people who read Love in the Time of Cholera.
I haven't read it.
What was that?
I haven't read it.
What do you mean you haven't read it?
I just wanted to pick something that sounded good.
Oh, trying to impress me, eh?
Well, no, it's one of those books you're supposed to read, right?
Like everyone says they've read it, but maybe no one actually has.
Yeah, and they brag about it, and they've never even opened it. Like the Bible.
Wait, so what is your favorite book?
I guess the next one.
Oh, very zen.
How so?
I have no idea. I can't back that one up. Okay, so favorite TV show, just to round out the boring questions.
Same time?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Doctor Who. I totally have a TARDIS in my room.
Well, I guess the next time we go to Gail and Vern's house, we're gonna have to go up to your room and
Spend some time.
we have to get around the no girls rule.
Dude, Time Lord.
Dude.
Yeah, we're totally bros now. Dude, come on, bro! Broheim, dude! Dude, bro, dude! You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Dude! Come on! What the f-
Best and worst jobs you've ever had.
Interesting. What do you got?
Okay. Best job, odds, of course. We have the most interesting clientele in town. And plus, serving isn't very taxing, and I get to give people what makes them happy. I much prefer it when the people around me are happy.
And worst job?
Delivering rodeo tickets.
There's no way that's a real thing.
It is. Or it was. I did it the summer after I got my license. Seemed like a perfect gig, getting paid to drive around listening to the radio.
But?
But there is only so much classic rock and talk radio a girl can listen to. Plus, I had to pay for my own gas. I realized at one point I was getting paid 85 cents an hour to listen to Ted Nugent.
Was that the classic rock or talk radio?
Exactly. What about yours?
My best and worst job are the same job, actually.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
Well, I was a busboy and I didn't get any tips. It was a hot and sticky job, and every day I was getting yelled at for one thing or another. Plus, I only worked 2 or 3 hours a night, so I wasn't exactly raking it in.
The best part?
Well, it was a dinner theater. So I got to see every show for free, I ate for free, got to hang out with the actors.
And actresses.
Oh yeah, they thought I was the bee's knees.
Oh, so you're the one that says bee's knees. I have always wondered.
Well, anyway, one Halloween there was this cast party and there was this big scavenger hunt that went all over town, and I got paired with these 2 actors from New York who knew nothing about local trivia. So I was put in charge of solving all the clues.
How'd you, Wadsworth?
Well, when we reached the end, I realized we were way ahead of everybody else. The trophy was in this park that was across from railroad tracks, and there was a train, of course.
I hope it was a short one.
No, but it was a stopped one. First we were just gonna wait it out, and then I saw 2 carfuls of drunk actors. So I climbed on the train just as it started moving and jumped on the other side.
That was incredibly dumb.
Oh, you don't know the half of it. I was dressed as a monk at the time, so I tripped on my robe when I hit the ground. But when the trains went by, I had the trophy in hand.
My hero. What'd you win?
Bottle of champagne. I was 19. Kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, I hate when there's no climax.
What now?
Sorry to break the mood, but, is that a clean shirt?
Yeah. Oh, you're probably smelling the bandage.
Ew, I thought you washed up.
I did, but I had to wash around the bandage.
Why didn't you change it?
Change it? I don't even want to look at it. And plus, there was nothing to change it with. All the bandages are in the downstairs bathroom. I was rooting around in there, my mom was going to start asking questions.
I've got some stuff at my apartment. We'll stop by there on the way back.
Thought we could only go back to your place in case of an emergency.
Trust me, downwind of you, it is an emergency.
Well, better hurry. Looks like there's a storm a-brewing.
Don't worry, I'm close. You'll be in and out before you know it.
I prefer to know it.
Oh, dude.
So long story short, that is the one and only time I've ever worn a dress.
You can't expect us to believe he's real.
Not only is Krampus real, but he cheats at poker.
Here's your beer, Sin. And who's Bremen Bomber?
Oh, it's for Helen. That's Helen.
I'm Helen.
I'm sorry, Helen, is it?
You're all hilarious.
So, how did you all meet?
That depends on which one of us you're talking to. Thomas and Chase have a friendship that's ancient and honorable and goes back to time immemorial.
Which translates to about 1.5 years, real time. But we don't need to go into that, Sin.
Oh, please, I'm ever so curious.
Let me tell him. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Seriously, I'll cut you.
Hey, either I can tell her the exciting tale of how you two met, or you can tell her the truth. Your choice.
Fine. I had had my gifts for a couple years, just dicking around like an idiot. Didn't know what to do with them or about them. Just feeling angsty and really isolated. And then my sister went through the same thing, and I kind of lost it. And I found myself in a really dark place. And I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know where I was going, but Chase knew what I was going through, and we had an instant bond.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's not it. Then you guys started hanging out, and Chase met Diana and he went gaga for her.
Tread lightly, Sin.
Yeah, because that's something I do well.
Sin?
I'm just trying to explain
Sin.
things clearly not worth mentioning. And then Thomas got the idea for this place.
Which I love, by the way.
Thank you. I told Chase I wanted to open a haven for people like us. We were walking past this building and saw the for sale sign, and Chase goes, "Oh, I know the guy who owns that building." And then suddenly it seemed like I was supposed to buy it, so I just called up and made an appointment. Over Chase's objections.
I told you he was an asshole.
I am an asshole, yet here we are.
You sold him the bar?
I gave it to him. I'm a magnanimous asshole.
Free booze for life. If I had known how magnanimous you were towards beer, I would have just paid rent.
No take backsies.
And what about Phil?
Bill? Just sort of popped in one day.
I think it's only fair for you to tell us your story now.
She works for me.
I don't work for him. I'm an independent contractor.
What do you do?
She's a piper.
Pied Piper. Keep places clear of vermin.
All kinds of vermin.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, prove it. Later, guys.
I stand corrected. Done?
Yes, you big baby.
Thanks.
No problem. At least it got us out of the rain.
And I got to see your place. It's nice.
It's a place.
Do you mind if...
I don't know. Can I see?
I don't like to show a work in progress. I'm just feeling my way through it right now. I'm really inspired by you guys. So I promise to show you what I'm doing when I know what I'm doing.
Put yourself on the page. The rest will fall into place. What?
Ken basically said the same thing to me before I started this insane new life.
Insane good? Or insane bad?
A little bit of both, I guess. I like the insane good parts, though.
Care to give me an example?
Well, I think that we
what?
We are on to question 5, which makes it my turn.
All right. But make it a tough one.
How did Thomas get the way he is?
That's not really in the spirit of the game.
Well, I know, it's just... Was he born that way? Was he bit by some radioactive thing? Or was it a super serum? Or
He
what?
died. All right?
Look, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't...
He was 21. Cardiac arrest, if you can believe it, while playing football.
Football.
Our parents were already gone, so he was all I had left. I didn't believe it. Not when the police came to our house, not when I saw him at the morgue, not at the funeral with his... I never believed he was gone. And then he wasn't gone. And he was standing in the kitchen smelling like he crawled out of a grave, which he had, with a little bit of help. I guess I should have been freaked out, but since I never believed he was dead...
But how?
We don't know. Right after that, we discovered what he could do, the strength, the speed. He got reckless for a while, and then... And then it happened again. To somebody else.
You know what I don't get?
Please, don't say it.
I don't get how you can casually spend all day surrounded by all these monsters.
My turn. Question number 6. Question number 6. What's the worst thing you've ever done?
When I was a kid, I used to steal gum from the corner market. Never got caught, though. No, but don't tell my dad.
Can be awfully cute, you know that?
Thanks.
Can I get you anything else, sleepyhead?
I can think of one thing.
Only one? You need to work on that imagination.
So I've been told. Oh, wait. What's the worst thing you've ever done?
This. Ninjas?
That's right, a shit ton of them.
I don't think they were ninjas.
Are you questioning my integrity?
Oh, I'm sure that what you thought you saw were ninjas. But I mean, you saw them that easily. Probably weren't ninjas.
Weren't ninjas?
Diana, you're not being fair here.
Thank you.
They may have just been the worst ninjas ever.
Good point. Guess we'll have to hear the rest of the story to find out. So how about it, Joey? You beat any of them? That'd be a sign, right?
Definitely.
You guys are seriously starting to piss me off. These were actual, honest-to-God, supercharged ninjas.
Supercharged ninjas.
I hate ninjas. They're insufferably arrogant, don't you think? You were saying?
Screw you guys.
Wow, I think that's the
first time Joey's ever left a host voluntarily.
He didn't leave, he stormed off in a huff.
Are you okay?
Sorry. For a moment, my mind was blank. It was like my entire existence was just impenetrable blackness. It was the happiest I've ever felt.
Hey, can we talk for a minute?
Sure. I feel bad for falling asleep at your place. I guess this lifestyle's catching up with me.
No, I caught up with you.
What do you mean?
It was my 21st birthday. Thomas had transitioned a few years earlier, and he wasn't handling it well. He'd disappear for days on end. But it was my birthday, so we were supposed to hang out. I was waiting for him at home. All I remember is a pain in my chest, and then I woke up on the couch with Thomas sitting across from me.
What are you...
Just let me get this out. Thomas thinks I was dead for 2 days when he found me. He just sat there, waiting for me to wake up like he had. After that, I could sense people's feelings just by being close to them. The better I knew someone, the more I began to feel what they felt, to carry stuff in my head that didn't belong to me. It became less of a problem when I realized I could take a person's energy enough to put them to sleep if I touch them right. It's the only way for me to know how much of what I'm feeling is really me.
That's why you kissed me. Thought it was a dream.
I had to get you out of my head. It hurt to feel what you were feeling about me without you actually knowing that I was
A monster. Diana, I'm sorry.
Not now. There's not enough room for apologies with everything else you're pumping into my head.
Sure. Okay.
That thing you're thinking is wrong.
Which thing?
The thing that's trying to convince you that this, whatever this is over.
Actually, if you know what's good for you, it is.
What is?
Whatever you're doing that's making my sister moody.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
Bryan, should I tell you when I decided to open odds?
When you transitioned? No.
I wasn't ready then. First, I had to be a royal fuck-up for a while, just to get it out of my system. Which is apparently what you're doing right now.
Look,
No. You look. I built this place for her. Not for myself, not Chase, not Sim. It's all for her. This is her safe place. Her home. And these are her people. To make her happy, I welcome every odd, regardless of personality or circumstance. She taught me to be one real hospitable motherfucker. I even brought you here when you needed help.
No.
And you're welcome to stay, for now. But if my sister starts to dread being here because of you, believe that I will kick your ass out onto the street, and I will give no fucks what happens to you after that. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Understanding is an important part of your transition. And if I were you, I'd start thinking about what the rest of my life should look like. Because what you're doing right now, it's not working.
Call. Straight flush. Read 'em and weed. God damn it! Shut your jolly ass, Kringle!